Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside. Come inside. My name's Chris. This is Starters Order 7. And yeah. Yeah, we're in a really kind of strange part of the season where the 2-year-olds look good. Over racing once, so throw them out to the bar. They are racing an absolute ton, to be fair. Got Hig Brex, who we could pull out for a 4-year-old season. And we got High Life, who yeah, was a little over raced, and so he put her into the barn, but could come back for a 4-year-old season at a mile. I think that would be interesting. I just don't know how good Haig Brex is. Should be really good, but it hasn't been. Um, yeah, I wonder where they would run, because I kind of thought a mile 1, bump Renee up to a mile 2, Dragon to a mile 3, keep Violetta at a mile 4 to a mile 6. But I don't know. I am wondering if I should switch Renee to a mile 2 and Dragon to a mile 1. I am wondering. I'm not convinced. But part of me wants to try it. I don't know. It's not been a lot. I think Renee might climb to a mile 2 better than Dragon goes down to a mile 1. Can't run them both at a mile 2. There isn't really anything at a mile 3. I think I've got to run the course. I think I just got to stay with where they're at. And we'll kind of see what happens, right? It's like the only thing I can really think on. Stoneacre Manor, okay. Got a grade 2 on the other side. There's a lot of meh grades. I'm waiting for something like to really stand out to me. Like, this is about the best here from the Earlings. There's no real bloodlines or names that jump out. Elton, there we go. There's one. But we're 3 generations back, and there's not much else in the breeding. And not only that, but everyone's like 100,000 to 200,000 totally. Professional was 400,000. Elton won 2.7 mil. You'd kind of want to see more than that. Like 3.9, 0.8, 0.9. Video recovery is where it's at. I'm going to say this is the best of the bunch. 1 mile 1. Probably 500,000 or so. Video recovery. Again, not bad. Not great, but not bad. And yeah, there wasn't anything wow factor in the breeding, but there was enough there that made you think, that one could be okay. Messiah Leif was another one that was like maybe, but probably not. So yeah, we don't I guess, really worry overly much about that. So, 3 races at Saratoga today. Hey Grenay, Hey Candy, and Dragon. Top 3 for Hey Grenay, top 3 for Dragon, top 2 for Hey Candy, probably a win. Those are my predictions. Get yours in the chat. Play along, see what you think, and kind of how close you can get. And if you're right, let me know why. If you're wrong, let me know why. Very interested to see kind of how you judge things and what you expect. So, like the personal ensign, Hey Grenay. We got Chili Pa in here. That should be the winner. Ingente Sunday I like a lot. Ascot Watts is okay. Don't mind Just Gambler. Not really fussed with them. Malsine City. Yeah, Ascot Watts, I don't mind. They look okay. Wannabe Valediction has also got good form. So the form horses Ingente Sunday, Wannabe Valediction, and Chili Pa, who I just think is the best horse in this field. The only other one that makes any kind of impact on me is Ingente Sunday, who looks to be in solid form. I just don't know them. Wannabe Valediction is a grade 3. I don't know. I'm going to say top 3 for us, though. A 1 mile, 1 furlong. Personal ensign, Class 1, Grade 1 race for 3 rows and above on the dirt of Saratoga. We are away, and we will see Chili Pa on this near side going towards the front with Just Gambler, Malsine City, and Wannabe Valediction. 10 pence Folly up into the mix as well. We are there. Ingente Sunday at the back. Wow, a lot of horses moving in a lot of ways. Ingente I expect to come from deep on the outside. Chili Pa just on our outside. 2 from home, everyone moving up. Do we have a clean lane, and do we have the kick? Hey Grenay hasn't had a kick so far. Inside the final furlong on the home stretch. Too close to call right now. The top 6 right there. Wannabe Valediction of Malsine City right up in front. Malsine falls off. Wannabe Valediction from Chili Pa. From Malsine City, sorry. From Chili Pa. Ingente and Ascot's didn't really run as well as I thought they would. We were kind of poor, and again, we're just falling off. I don't love it. It's not just bad runs. 5th, 4th, 5th. 6 in the Belmont, we were definitely off distance. Didn't have the pace. Struggle for pace. I think Renee's got to run a mile too. Got to run a mile too. Sword Dancer, Applauding Shoe is still here. The Scary Monarch's a solid horse. We're the best horse. We're the form horse. We're the one I would expect to win this quite easily. I mean, not quite easily, but still. 1 mile 4 furlong Sword Dancer, Class 1, Grade 1, 4 years and above upon the turf. Back at Saratoga today. Inside draw, out the gates late. And Medway Dory, Dapper Wells, up to the front with us. Then back to the Scary Monarch on the inside. There's Athwab Sorrell, Crack and Easy Snow, and Applauding Show at the rear right now. A mile to go. Round this long left-hander onto the back stretch. Everybody comfortable, keeping pace, keeping position, not making too many moves. The back marker's starting to try and get somewhere. Dapper Wells wants to come up a little bit, runs wide before the turn, trying to come around our outside. And then with 2 to go, we'll see who wants to kick on, who wants to make it their race. Final furlong. Medway Dory's been unchallenged and left at the front. applauding show is right there with us. Final half furlong. Hey Candy, I had them to win this quite comfortably. Comes in way too late. Don't tell me you're jumping. Missed the break, stayed on, trip suited perfectly. Don't tell me you want more. Don't tell me you want mile 6. Oh, I was hoping people are on distance, but it looks like they're... To me, it looks like they're slightly off distance somehow. Dragon, best horse in the field. Little hit and miss lately, but nobody's been great. Mountain Aramis probably the best form with Witness Mischief. Promenade Risky, not bad. I like Prado, I like Risky, I like Mischief. I like Polish Thread, I like Aramis. Do I like any of those more than Dragon? No. Does that mean Dragon's going to win? Sadly not. Back at Saratoga. Race 3 of 3 today. 1 mile 2 furlong Travers. Class 1 grade 1 for 3-year-olds upon the dirt track. Prado will be your favourite. Dragon in the middle of the field. Gets off quite decently and will move to the front. Aramis in behind with Prado, Mischief and Risky. The other 3 good horses, in my opinion, right in behind. Polish Thread buried with Crackerjack, Francais, Sultan Lopez, Dr. Green, Glowing Commended, and Tauvila Bluff. I like Polish Thread a lot, but my first 5 will be here. Here comes Polish Thread, though. Going to start making a move. 1.5 from home onto the home stretch, and at the final furlong marker. As Prado falls back, Dragon running clear, running free, running easily. Witness Mischief up into second. Promenade Risky is there. From deep, Dr. Green. What a run from Dr. Green all the way up into second. Sultan Lopez with a good run towards the end as well. Fantastic. Didn't see that from Green. That was a great run at the end there. Unbelievable. You've never really run at this distance. You never run at this quality. But by God, you went for it at the end. Well done, you. That was a lovely run from them. Really surprised. Fair play. But Dragon does win the Travers, and this could be the start of a good recovery period. Please. Please. Because now I got to book you in grid 1s. Irish Champion, I don't think, is where I want to start. I can do the Rodeo. And then I can do the Prix de l'Opera. Six days later? Possibly. We'll soon know if you can run a mile 2. Because yeah, the last 3 races, 5th, 4th, 5th, don't give me a ton. Boy, I shouldn't have looked. It shouldn't have looked. Yeah, it doesn't give me a ton of confidence that Hey Grenade's still a mile 1. So we'll find out a mile 2, I guess. Not only is this a grade 1 dam, but it's Invincible Force, and I like Invincible Force. I like Dawn Gate as well. Has never really produced much, sadly. Yeah, okay. Okay. Lonely Brook is hidden in that breeding. That'll do it for me, Carol, on Avon River. An early shout for a good horse. I don't mind this line. That could continue. I don't mind these either. They earned money, but it's in Japan. Everybody earns money in Japan. Quirkus is really interesting. Quirkus is really, really interesting to me. Couple of grade 2s, but nothing crazy in there, right? Yeah, breeding. I don't know why I'm clicking off so quickly. Like, breeding distances, I don't love. Money, I don't love. There's a couple of solid horses, but yes, man. Elastina. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't do much either. Grade 2 and a grade 3, a grade 2 and 2 grade 3s, and a single grade 1. I don't love that. I do love Invisible Force. Invisible Force is good. Takajan into Jeannie Galloway. That's not bad. It's not amazing, it's not bad. But Invincible Force I liked. I can't remember if we bred from him or not. And I think maybe at some point we did. And we're the reason for some of these. That's interesting. I don't think these are amazing. But they'd be the only two with any lineage I'd be willing to trust. I think Sagras is okay. Quercus, like, just doesn't look like they ran well. It's very interesting to me. So yeah, couldn't win a maiden at 5 furlongs, but went up to a mile, and then we won the maiden. So that's fine. 74 rating's fine. Laid back, mile 1 average. Invincible Force, also coming with a grade 1 dam. Yeah, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see that little bit of quality. Not a ton of quality. That's either Britain or nothing at all, so I'm just going to throw it onto the list. And then this one just is for Avon River into That'll Do For Me Carol. At the end of the day, that's all this is. But again, it's a maiden that doesn't work, then a climbing race, but it's also at 6. We know it wants to run more. Yeah, not a good horse. Not a good horse. I should have believed the reserve on it. Sagras, I don't know. That could be the 10th one, right? That could be the 10th one going over into that British save. God knows it needs help. Or if we are going to start a new one, it needs seeding, and that's going to be there for that. So with whatever we can pull out and whatever we can breed from what we can't pull out, that might make things a little bit more interesting. Okay. Don't mind that breeding, if I'm honest. Again, I've got a feeling this is just going to be like a close but not good enough. And he's Requiem. 3-0 filly, laid back, short order. It's actually pretty good. If you got distance, you'd be pretty good. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Game pool. 100% game pool. And we got horses at auction that I'm not going to do. I don't think that's going to work out for me very well. So we are backing off that one. Unless something stands out to me, I won't check the lineages, but I will use the lineages as my kind of decision making. Okay, Dragon's flying out today, and Violetta's running domestic today. I'm guessing Violetta gets Calvin. Nope, we get Ramon Vasquez. Ah, well. Okay. Hey, Violetta. Ramon Vasquez, the Jockey Club Derby. Prado, Risky, Broughton, Kitam, Francais. I feel we're better than these horses. I do feel we're better than these horses. We might not have the jockey for it, but it is the Jockey Club Derby over 1 mile and 4 furlongs, a Class 1 race. Graded number 1 for 3-year-olds upon the turf track. Decent field, good horse, bad jockey, not the best of starts, and up the inside to the group of leaders. Adizia Seed is with us, back to Fedora Chic and Mihal Prado. Fizzy Naninsa, the Signifer Broughton, Crimp Hill Francais, and Promenade Risky. Danin Kitam, Rangefinder Cadeau and Glowing, commended are at the rear right now. We are up front. We have a gap to the chasing pack that is now being eaten into a little bit. We drop off a little. We come out. We run a little bit of a wide bend. There goes Fedora Chic. They are going early. We're going to kick on now. Final 1.5 furlongs. We're storming into the lead. Promenade Risky on the outside. Fedora Chic falling back. Fizina Minska not able to sustain too much at the furlong marker. Promenade Risky starts dropping back. Rangefinder Cadeau from deep on the outside is coming in strong on the inside. Crimp Hill Francais is trying to get there. But Hague Violetta will take this at Belmont. What a run. What a race. What a win. And oh, what a rush. Hague Violetta, your champion in the Jockey Club Derby. 3.5 lengths with a not so great jockey on board. Glad it didn't cost us, but yeah, this is Brisingham and Hague. This is what he brings to the table. Yeah. When we found his distance, he was amazing. We found Violetta's, and doing the same thing. Spot on. Beautiful. Love that. And now over to Ireland. Leopardstown for the Irish champion, I believe, with Dragon. Calvin Burrell enjoying his time in Ireland. Let's hope not too much. Oh, this is a tough field. Bovary's a solid horse, not great. Slip Class came out of nowhere and really surprised me recently, so they're now on my radar. We've got Moonlight Surprises. There's no surprise with that horse. We know that's dangerous as hell. Hasn't won this year, but very, very good horse. Clover J. Deeney, ridden by Frankie Dettori. And then Cecilia Glimpse, the Irish Grade 1. Yeah, I don't know what to make of these Irish horses. There'll be one or two that'll be good. I think I've had to call it now. Moonlight Surprises, us, Slip Class, probably the top three. They're a little light on Moonlight Surprises for my money. Yeah, there we go. They move up. We drop down. They like Bovary. I just don't know Bovary, so I can't really comment too much on them. They might be a threat, they might not. But here at Leopardstown then for the 1 mile 2 furlong, Quipco Irish champion, Class 1 Grade 1 for 3-year-olds upon the green emerald turf of Ayr. Not a terrible start, not a great start. Slip Class out in the front with Gombeen Jigsaw. We got Time Lightning on the inside, then Bovary, then ourselves. Gordonsville Riviera, Cloverley, Deeney, Moonlight Surprises, all there on picture, and Suselja, Glimpse is off camera right now. You can just see the head poking into frame now and again. We're going to run 4 wide around this turn. There goes Sylvie Bovary, ready to go, waiting for Dragon to kick on. Dragon hasn't kicked on. Moonlight Surprises, no surprise whatsoever, as we said, but they're coming through really strongly. Slip is holding on to second, barely. Gordonsville running in, will take second off of Slip. Cloverley Deeney, the British horse, comes up in 4th place. And Dragon seemed to kick on towards the end of the race, but just didn't have the room to get up anywhere. Comes in 5th. I don't love it. It just doesn't feel like Renee's running at a mile 1. It doesn't feel like Dragon's really running at a mile 2. It's really got me questioning things. I don't know. Splitting the mile 2s now between them, which isn't great. But neither one's super impressive. Dragon's very hit and miss. Renee's just missing. And Hig Violeta's the one we can count on, but still 124, 126, 128 ratings. 131 for Hey Candy, who's up next. Oh, I just hope they run well at the Arc de Triomphe. There won't be a good field there. Yeah, it's us and Profits Pink, Darshay, Venetian. That's it. 4 terrible horses domestically. Um. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so interesting. So interesting. Don't think Dragon goes to a mile 1. There isn't a mile 3. I don't think he runs well at a mile 4. I really thought we'd figured it out. I really did. Renee at a mile 1, Dragon mile 2, Violet at a mile 4. Just made sense. Now it stopped making sense. And I don't know. Yeah, Nijinsky's Carla, solid horse, maybe hasn't run, but is the other Grade 1 winner. We are the best horse in this field. We should win. That doesn't mean anything. Northern Dancer Turf, Class 1, Grade 1, over a mile and 4 furlongs in Canada's Woodbine on the turf. Of course, open to all 3-year-olds and older. Some start on the rails, some start on the track. We're near side. We're going to go towards the front. Alexandra Boot. And then back to the pack. Linda Jara, Tactics Manor, Below Labe, After Sale Moore, and of course Nijinsky's Carla. Those green and yellow silks there. That is probably the danger horse. We're just coasting in behind Alexandra Boot. No need to worry. No need to fret. We just hold our position and wait. Here comes Nijinsky's up into 4th place now on our outside. Other horses are making their move. 1.5 from home. I think Hey Candy is readying to go, but do they now have a path inside the final furlong? Below Lab coming up on the leaders. Nijinsky's Carla's right there. Doesn't look like Hey Candy actually has any extra. Nijinsky's Carla will take this. Below Lab, Linda Giara. And another poorish run. Hey Candy not enjoying a trip abroad either. Yeah. Ooh. Talking about not enjoying trips abroad, we got 2 horses to sacrifice. Yeah. Why did I click that? Why did I click that? I was too busy overthinking. I was thinking I'm gonna put Ram Scoop on jockey instructions. These PC errors and the fact that I can't figure out my 3-year-olds, and Hey Candy's now suddenly like struggling abroad. It's kind of throwing me for a loop here. And I'm now not really able to press even the right buttons at the right times. And I'm focusing too much on sales. Slowly going mad here, I feel. Okay. Well, the good news is they did okay. Take all the surprise out of things, why don't we? 1 mile in the Talma, Class 1, Grade 1 for 2-year-olds upon the turf up in Woodbine, Canada. And we are out the gates okay in the middle. Our lovely grey Boundless Orphan striding towards the front. We've got Klukenkiri Tempest up there with Quinsborough Catherine and Salinova Dangerous. We are on the wrong side. It looked like there were more horses over that side, so I guessed, even though I knew it was probably this way. But yeah, Salinova in fourth, Quinsborough third, up in a second, now passing Klukeneri coming up with us, but we're going to kick on down the home stretch, powering on through. 1 furlong to go. They're going to get passed by Klukeneri. Salinova not really making up a ton of distance on them right now, but they could come up a little short in fourth place, which is what's... Ooh, that was close. That was close. But that's a nice win. That's a nice win. We're up to 110 rated, which means we're high enough rated for the Derby. We won by 2 3/4 lengths. We did everything we needed to. We got into a good position. Bonus orphans done. Pretty much everything we've asked since we got the maidens right. Bad first maiden, misjudged going down to 5, came back up to 6 and won. 2 grade 3s at 6. Failed the feature race at 6. And then when we jumped, we sent it full bore. Biggest feature race it had run, grade 1 race in Canada, gets the job done. Beautiful. And Ramscoop, since we messed up their maiden, put them on distance, she won. Put them in an allowance race, she won. Put them in a grade 3, she won. Send them up to Canada. 1 mile, summer. Class 1, grade 1 for €2 on the turf. We won a bit more than a mile. But we could just run it really well. And maybe we challenged really early, even though we didn't tell the jockey to do that. Out of the gates, okay. Looks like we're going to be running as maybe a closer, depending on if we come through on that last turn or not. Resolute Crime up near the front. Then King Derek and Kimura. Murphy's just dropping off a little bit on this outside. We're coming up the inside. Pretty strong there. And then from deep, in between the rails, Resolute Crime coming through. We've got Kudu Performer also in the mix. But Ramscoop at the furlong marker in 3rd or 4th place, but now storming through with Kudu hot on their heels. Back to Kimura, the grey, fading a little bit, but holding on to 3rd place. Ramscoop takes it. Not as dominant, only a length. But yeah, we came from deep. We did okay. We were kind of off distance as well. We wanted more distance. Didn't really fill up much potential over this season, which sucks. But, you know, Sempti's good enough to start the 3-year-old season. If we run well, we could see that jump a bit more. But again, 110 rated, grade 1. Got some distance, ready for next season. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Don't know when I'd want to pull them out. Probably after the Canadian International. Probably after the Canadian. Checking auctions. Shouldn't check auctions. Should just skip. Santa Anita. Hey, Grenade. 1 mile 2. We test the step up. We got Chili Par. Of course we got Chili Par. Bovary, Shoe, and Par. Okay. We know Bovary's dangerous. We know Chili Par is dangerous. The Rodeo Drive, mile 2. We're not out of the gates too well. We're on turf. We come down across the dirt track and into the lead with Sylvie Bovary. Back to Chili Par on the inside of Danny Arnold and Grab Splendor. Springs Cracker Pascara crossing an applauding show at the rear of the field. Coming on now then to the back stretch. Chili Pa making some headway. Up ahead of us, already moving up alongside Bovary. We're just holding. Are we going to make a move on the turn? Are we going to leave it late? Is it going to be too late? Two fast horses at the lead. We haven't gone early enough. I think Chili Pa's got this sewn up now. Springs Cracker coming. Sylvie Bovary is dropping off. We're going quite decently. We might end up in third if we're not careful. We take second place behind Chili Pa. That feels a lot better than the mile ones. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me, Renee. You've got to be kidding me. What am I going to do? Oh, Renee, Renee, Renee. What am I going to do with you? Let's see if you run a mile 4. Hey, Candy, that's your cue. Go breed with Juniper for a week. Come back in time for your next race. Because, yeah, nothing else. I'll say nothing else makes sense. Just nothing makes sense right now. Uh. I mean, why not, right? Uh. Why not? Breeders' Futurity and the Frisette. The Alcibiades and the Champagne. Maybe? Possibly? If you back to 10 a show, move Renee up to a mile 4. Oh my god, these horses. Just. Yeah. Raring and raring. Okay. Bram Scoop at Keeneland. Don't trail, but challenge earlier. Because you've got extra distance and you're warm. We need to send you in this one. You're probably the best in the field. could make it through, even though you're going to struggle. That pink triangle. I'm just going to do it. 1 mile, 110 yards. Alcibiades. Class 1, Grade 1, 2-year-olds upon the dirt track. We're not settling well on the inside. We get out the gates okay, though. We do have jockey instructions on this one. We'll see what Ramscoop likes to do. Ahead of the chasing pack, we've got Felicia Sprints dropping back towards us a little bit, and the front two of Dansley Laguna and Flamand's Balfeur. We are coming up now alongside Felicia right before this turn. Moving up. They're moving up as well. We said to go early. We're going to go early. Felicia's there, running really well. Dansley Laguna in a good position to the final furlong marker. It looks like Felicia is dropping off a little bit. Not enough to be caught. Not enough to be caught at all. Ramscoop just about gets up in a second. Solid run for a pink triangle. A solid run for a pink triangle. Yeah. Oh, I took Calvin off of you. Did I? No. No, because it was late. It was late on. So you don't get Calvin. You get Adam Bescheiser. Not the best. Not the worst. Let's just run it. Double dip today. Should see Dragon first. And Whitechapel Acres is a very solid horse here. They might come in second with Chili Pass. What the betting's got as well. Look, the 1, 2, 3. Not Vic Star, but the 1, 2, 3 as I called it. 1 mile, 2 furlong Jockey Club Gold Cup. Class 1, Grade 1, 3-year-olds and above upon the dirt. Hopes and prayers. Can anybody beat Chili Pa? Dragon in the middle of the bunch. Does not get out too badly at all. Is going to move to the front with Miriam Steps, where she likes to run. Whitechapel Acres and Dover Slay, a couple of dangerous horses leading up this chasing pack of Hugh Muster, Ascot Watts, and Chili Pa on the inside against the rail. And those Dark Silks, White Cap, White Arms. Back to Sans Memory and Ingenti Sunday right at the rear of the field. As we begin to move up, I love the fact that Chili Pa got blocked off a bit. I wish it had continued for a couple more furlongs. Ingenti on the outside. Chili Pa's going. Here goes Dragon. The White Silks, Black Star, Blue Cap. Dragon, please. Final half a furlong. Chili Pa's going to hold on. Dragon falling into fourth. Dover Slayer just about edged out for third by Ingenti Sunday. Not the best. Just no feedback that's telling me much. We can't go down to mile 1. There's nothing at a mile 3. I can't send him up to a mile 4. He came good for the Triple Crown. Him and Renee came good for the Triple Crown. I'll give them that. If that's their legacy, a Kentucky Derby win and a Preakness win, you know what? That's fine by me. We're going to run them to the end of the season and see if we want to run them as 4-year-olds. But if that's their legacy, then it's a damn fine legacy. Boundless Orphan to the front. We don't always see this. She likes to run at the back. The grey just going clear by 5 or 6 lengths here of Gallant, Toby, Pelno Bananas, and Christina's Anthem. There is Watered Marsh as well. Alcafea Wagner, Sebastiano War, Ragdo Waltzer, Ivory Strawberry, Tariq, Valorem, and Entitled Dandora. And we're down to the final 1.5. And what a run by Watered Marsh. Look at this horse go. A rocket ship on the outside. Final furlong marker has been crossed. Garland Toby just being headed now by Watered Marsh, who is not slowing. They're going through. They're going to win in style, comfortably. They'll take first. Garland Toby second. Boundless Orphan completes the top three. A little disappointing, but very understandable. And we just didn't quite hit what we wanted to. But that looks like a really nice horse. It's excitable. That looks like a really, really nice horse, to be fair to it. I don't mind that. These 2-year-olds, they can still race more. 12 races as a 12 races as a 3-year-old is nuts. 9 as a 2-year-old is diabolical. Yeah, everyone else is on more realistic numbers. 8 and 9 and 6 is kind of high for a 2-year-old there, but these two are just kind of crazy. But yeah, you look at it and it's like, well, Dragon wins the Kentucky Derby, second in the Preakness, wins the Belmont Invitational, wins the Travers, and everything else just hasn't worked out. Renee, second in the Kentucky Derby, wins the Preakness, and then nothing else has really worked out but second Rodeo Drive. So we gotta see what she can do towards the end of the season at mile 2, right? No, but again, if that was a good run when it was too short, the mile 4, I'm really second guessing myself there, but that makes sense. I shouldn't second guess. A mile 4 makes sense. That's Brisingamen Haig. That's her dad. He looked the same stamina and he liked the mile 4. And then in his 4-year-old season, he went to a mile 6. That's what he did. That's what I should trust Renee doing. Violetta's already there at a mile 4. We've been running, we've been winning, we've been doing it. The bloodline is there, and it is proving itself true. Stick to a mile 4. Oh, 2-year-old's running okay. Violetta running okay. If Renee's running okay, I've only got to figure out Dragon. If he wants a mile 4, I'm going to kill him. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with 3 horses at a mile 4. I just don't. Oh, we can get Calvin for it. That's nice. Wasn't expecting that. He isn't booked this week, apparently, so we can run that. Um, I mean, this is what we were going to run. This is what we were going to run, right? In Japan Cup. Which is still fine. Hong Kong Viz is still fine because Renee and Violetta can't even run that. And then in December, it's the Arima Keenan, which is Not showing up. Why is that not showing up? Because there's extras on it. Blah, blah. Boo-hoo. Move on. Okay, then. We don't have anyone at 5. We don't have anyone at 7. We really don't have anyone at 2-4. Unless we just won a full set and see what would happen. Yeah. I feel that makes sense to me. I just need to figure out Dragon. The one that's just not there making sense. Just not kind of fitting in my mind right now. Starshade Venetian is a little laid back. Profits Pink is the true danger. You can almost forget about the domestics. The top 3 will not be French. That's how the Arc de Triomphe is run, sadly, in this game right now on this schedule. It should have a minimum field, and I think it should have quite a large minimum field too, and that will ensure some quality. For 1 mile, 4 furlong at Longchamp, Paris Français for the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds and above on the turf. We're off to a solid start. We're in just behind Bon Sunrise. We've got Profits Pink, the Japanese danger on our outside. Then Rough Token and those purple pink silks of Darche Venetian just in behind us now. Pavilion Alcor and Sycar Freeze, the stablemates at the back, not really doing much yet. Maybe coming in at the end of this race. There is Venetian starting to go. There is Profits Pink. There is Alcor from deep. And there is Hay Candy waiting until the last moment. But Profits Pink, the real danger in this one, will take it at the final furlong marker down the home stretch. Hay Candy is closing the gap, but is it quick enough? It is not. It is going to be the Japanese horse taking this. The Arc de Triomphe won by Profits Pink. Hay Candy comes in second. Just couldn't get up. Alcor does come in third. Venetian just fell off. Absolutely fell off. Not a mile 4 horse whatsoever. Don't know why I keep stepping up to a mile 4, but it isn't. Just isn't. It's probably a mile 3 that doesn't have anywhere to run. I wonder what that's like. But yeah, Profits Pink. Only the second win of his career. But yeah, 2 massive ones. It has ended up winning. It's going to run the tennis show and then the Breeders' Cup turf. So we will see it again. And in the meantime, Hay Candy, race freely. That 136 rating has plummeted down to 130. Not amazing. But it's a good run. It's not a great run. It's not a win. But it's a good run. And yes, it's just how it goes sometimes. That's where we're going to leave it. I really appreciate all the support as always. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Smash that like, hit subscribe, check out the memberships and the other playlists on the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, stay safe, all the best to you. And I wish you a little more luck in those big ones than I'm getting right now. I'll see you folks later.